Upselling IR. I mean, I know how to upsell IR, but it's hard for me to express it
Yeah,
to my salesman.
right.
Like, what would be good words that you could put in?
I think I wrote I think I have a YouTube video about this. So I'll tell it to you
Okay,
now, but later you can just
okay,
play the video for them if you want. So here's
okay,
what I like to do. When I'm upselling a more expensive shingle or a longer lasting shingle, I like to say something like this. So, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, like, how long you guys plan on being in this house? I mean, is this like you're gonna die in this house? Or I mean, is this kind of a transition? I mean, what's your plan? 5, 10, 15, 20 years? And if they say anything more than like 5 or 10 years, be like, okay, that's like most people. Well, let me ask you this. Since you've lived in the state of Oklahoma, how many windstorms and hailstorms have you seen come through? Like every single year. And they're like,
right.
oh, tons every year. You're like, right, over and over and over again. So I wanted to bring this up to you because this is gonna long term. If you're somebody that can think kind of long term and not just the short term, I have a pretty good suggestion for you that I'd like you to consider. Let's say that you've got $1,000 deductible, right? And write it down for them. Like you have $1,000 deductible, and every time that hail hits your roof or wind hits your roof, even if it's not every year, but let's say every 2 or 3 years, you get a big storm and you end up having to pay that deductible. I mean, over the course of like the next 5 or 8 years, you're probably going to spend 3 to 5 grand on just
Okay,
deductibles, right?
okay,
So that's fine. I guess it's still a pretty sweet deal. However, I have an option here for you that for this particular area, it's a really popular option because it saves you money down the road. Right now, the
hmm,
shingle that you have is X, whether it's a 3 tab or an architectural, whatever. And we
okay,
could put on a 30-year architectural, which is pretty much kind of like when there's good, better, best. Good is like the 3 tab is fine. Better is like the 30-year architectural. Pretty much everyone has it because it's right in the middle.
okay,
Best would fall into the category of like the IR shingles or the impact resistant. And what those are is those are the highest tested asphalt shingle. They're basically like a rubberized shingle that pass like the steel ball test when they test for hail impacts and stuff like that. It's just a better, longer lasting shingle because it's thicker, it's rubberized, yada, yada, yada. Just talk about the benefits, and I don't even know all of it. I'm just kind of
gotcha.
talking to my ass
The
right now.
main one. I
Right, the
gotcha.
main one. So here's the thing, like I did the math on it, and with your roof to upgrade to like an IR right now today would be whatever it is, $2,800, let's just say.
Okay,
I don't know. So 2,800 bucks, which isn't pocket change. I get that. However, if that shingle protects you for the next 10 years from actually sustaining the typical hail damage, the quarter size golf ball stuff, that's going to save you. I mean, 2 or 3 roofs that you have to put on with your deductible over the next couple of years would be paid off with that. It's a better shingle. I think you get insurance discounts in some cases
hmm,
because you have a
okay,
better shingle. Um, and so basically, Mr. Jones, like it'd be 2,800 bucks. We have same as cash financing. Like if you have a bank, especially if you guys do financing, it's like you could finance this over the next 12 months if you want, paid off whenever, no interest. Is that something you guys would be open to? That's what I like to
okay,
do. So you're basically going in there like, here's an idea, and if you're forward thinking enough, if you're smart about it, right, you're kind of dropping those seeds, and then people are open to it because it makes sense, right?
right. No, it
So
absolutely does.
just have the numbers ready and say, here's an option. And listen, it's up to you whichever way you want to go. But if you're going to be in this house long term, the likelihood of you having to pay your deductible multiple times over the next decade or two is pretty high. Like, we're in the storm zone. So if this can
Right.
save you from not only the money, but the hassle of having to get your roof torn off and going through a claims process over and over again, is that something that you'd be interested in? Do you want to talk
Okay.
about it?
Process. All righty. That's good because that's what I mean. I was like, they were like, that's how you up because I mean they've been with me when I've upsold to IR,
Yeah,
and and like I explained how to do it, and that's what they were there today, and I don't know how I do it. I just explained it to them. Like obviously, it's like it's not a fix all. If the hell's coming at 90 miles per hour, it's gonna whatever. It doesn't matter what roofing system we put on,
right.
it's gonna destroy it. But if it's falling, your normal hill, your quarter size, pea size, golf ball size, ping pong size hill, that's not coming at 90 miles per hour, it
Right.
will protect it.
Right.
Often do we get that? Probably not. When it's a tornado, we could,
Right.
but might not have any damage. I don't know. But that's how how I sell it. But that's perfect. I didn't even the deductible part and putting numbers in there is great too,
Yep.
because a lot of people out here they want the discount on their insurance. It doesn't
Right.
care that it's an IR roof. They could care less if they only have to spend $1,000 or $2,000 more on impact resistant roof. They just care about the insurance discount.
Yeah, like do some
So
fact checking and just see like what insurance companies offer what. How much of a discount is it? What or which companies do offer a discount? You can say like I know that State Farm offers one. I know that Nationwide offers a discount. So long term, like if you can look at it over the next several handful of years, you're really money in doing it. So I recommend it for here. I wanted to give you that option. What do you guys think about that? Just open
gotcha.
up the discussion for it,